Well, here I am out in the woods today. I'm hoping to photograph a winter wren. A winter wren is a winter visitor to North Carolina, and as many of you know, my goal is to photograph 300 species of birds. And I know I've done videos of winter wrens before, but I'm really hoping that today I'll be able to photograph and show you how beautiful this little brown bird is. Well, just to give you an outline of a winter wren, the winter wren visits North Carolina from probably mid-October to the end of February, beginning of March. This bird will fly north to northern United States and to Canada to breed, and then in the fall it'll come back here. They are a solitary bird. They are very hard to find because they're solitary. They tend to be not just solitary in the sense that they don't flock with birds of their own kind. They don't flock with any birds. So generally when you find a winter wren, you will find one of them by themselves. So this is one of the reasons why they can be extremely hard to find. That and the fact that they're just a little brown bird. Well, this is my first spot I'm gonna look for a winter wren. So you see this fallen log right here. It looks this kind of stuff, that thick clutter. Now you really can't see it in the video here, but right about there is a stream, swampy area. They like wet, swampy areas to be in. They will hang around these logs. So today I'm going to try a little bit of calling. I'm going to first start out with the chickadee, and then I'm going to start using the winter wren to call a little bit. Well, one thing that I am a little hesitant about talking about is using a call to call in a bird. Now, there are ethical ways to use a call and there are unethical ways to use a call. Now, we're dealing with the winter wren. They don't breed here in North Carolina. They're only here in the winter time, and they're not very territorial this time of year. If you're up in the northern United States or in Canada and you see winter wrens, they're extremely territorial, and they can get violent and hurt themselves attacking your call. So it's unethical to use a call in breeding areas of birds. But like here in the wintertime, there is very little effect that these calls will have on birds. And the way I'm going to use this is I'm going to put this on a log, and the first call I'm going to make is a chickadee call. Now, you make a chickadee distress call and birds will come to see what's going on. So it's not a breeding call in the sense that the bird will associate it with its breeding behavior, but it's more of a sense that they're coming to see what's going on. And this kind of call does not interfere with the behavior that much of the bird. Now, there is an ethical issue about how much you should call. If you're calling constantly, you're calling, and you won't stop calling, that can definitely interfere with a bird's behavior. But like what I'm going to do here is I'm going to call 3 or 4 times, stop. If I don't get a response, I'm going to move on and see what's going on. For two reasons. One, if there's a bird around here and they're not responding to my calls, there's a reason for that. And secondly, if I'm calling, you know, it's not doing me any good, it's not doing the birds any good, so it's just not ethical to do that. So the first call I'm going to do is the chickadee, and the second call I'm going to do is a wren. And like I said, I'm going to do 3 or 4 calls of each, and then I'm going to pack it up and go somewhere else. Well, I'm going to move out of this area here. I'm hearing, I really do believe that there's a red-tailed hawk nest being built here, and there they're calling again. I really don't think I'm going to see anything as long as these red-tailed hawks are here. Red-tailed hawks are a very aggressive predator against all birds, so I'm not going to get anything hopping up here. As I'm sitting here, I haven't seen hardly anything. I hear some chickadees calling and way down in the deep stuff, but I haven't seen much of anything else, so I'm going to move. I'm just going to move to somewhere else because I don't think these two hawks calling like this are going to do me any good for finding a bird. Just had a sapsucker here. I did have to walk about a mile away from the area I was before. Those red-shouldered hawks are all over that area. And to tell you the truth, I saw very little bird activity as I was leaving. It wasn't until I got to this area right here that I saw any kind of bird behavior. So I really do believe this is the area that I am going to find that winter wren in. But taking a picture of a sapsucker is always a good thing. Well, I finally had that winter wren come in, and that was really exciting. I mean, I've worked hard for this bird here, but he finally came, or she finally came in. I was able to get a picture of it. Literally, the bird came in. I snapped like 5 or 6 pictures of it, and it took off. If you want to see these pictures, you can follow me on social media, and I'll post them up there. But you know, I gotta tell you, it's been a cold and wet last week, and I think that might have affected the bird's movement. They might have flown south or flown somewhere else. I do know that this area has flooded out, so that could have had some effect on it, but the birds definitely are a lot more skittish today than they have been in the past, and I don't know if it's a red-tailed hawk, I mean the red-shouldered hawks, I don't know if it's the flooding, the snow, or whatever. I do have a lot of excuses if you want to listen. But anyways, if you want to see these pictures, follow me on social media. If you got anything out of this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to the channel and clicking that notification bell. Leave your comments below. I respond to every one of them. Become a Patreon supporter. Your support allows us to keep doing this. My name is Leahy, and I want to thank you for watching.